and recycling. And Roskilde Festival also has this very big idea of sustainability and looking into how can we reuse and recycle as much as possible. And I'm here at the project actually working and helping them to reuse as much wood as possible. So this Gentræ project is a project that is working with like wood, interim wood, so wood that's only used for a very short time and then it often just gets thrown away and burnt. But instead Gentræ is going in to try to reuse as much wood as possible and actually packing it and making it available at the building workshops. So Roskilde has big containers where everyone who's building something, when they've finished using the wood, they put it into the container. We bring it to a sorting place and we sort it, and what we're doing is we're reusing as much as possible for resale, and then all the material that isn't possible to be used for resale is for recycling as particle boards, for example. The model is that I'm coming from Stark, and we actually have a lot of what's called trucks driving around empty. When we're putting out building materials, for example here at Roskilde, we're going back empty. We can actually reuse the empty return transport. And then it's a very sustainable project with people who don't have a job. They can get help to get onto the employment market again. So we're working together with municipalities, for example, having a cheaper way of getting people to help us. And then, of course, the resale of wood is also.
Thank you for letting me tell you a little bit about the way we work with sustainability at Roskilde Festival. So first and foremost, when we say sustainability at Roskilde, the environmental part is of course a big deal for us. But just to clarify, we also think of the people, the profit and the purpose. And let me start with the purpose. So because we are the biggest festival in Northern Europe, art, culture, music is of course a very, very important part of our sustainability, the way that we think sustainability. But because when you gather 130,000 people at this site, you can show a lot of new things. You can talk and have a dialogue with a lot of audience on different subjects. So that's why we think of arts and culture and music as a perfect initiator for change, for sustainable change. And when we talk about sustainability in terms of environment, you've heard about Gentræ and Louise's project that we had this year with Gentræ. That's of course a big part of testing how can we do better, how can we do more to ensure more recycling and reuse of the materials that we use at the festival. When it comes to environmental sustainability, that is of course one of our biggest challenges. So when the festival is over, usually you see a lot of camping equipment left behind. That is of course not that sustainable at all, especially in these times where we have a lot of focus on minimizing plastic waste. The vast majority of tents, chairs, mattresses is made out of plastic. So there's a lot of waste of plastic at our camping site. So we are very much concerned with taking the dialogue with the audience to say, so bring your stuff home. We have a campaign this year that we also had last year called Bring It Home, just to tell the audience what happens to your equipment if you leave it behind. We cannot recycle everything, we cannot reuse everything, so a lot of it will be burned, unfortunately. But so a lot of our sustainable program is about behavior, making sure that we have a sustainable behavior both as a festival but also at the audience level, if you can say it. When it comes to the people part, the social part, hopefully you will get to see some of the event activities, workshop talks that we have that is concerned with different types of social sustainable behavior. So how can we include more people at Roskilde Festival? That's our overall goal, to make the festival as accessible for everyone as possible. So we work a lot with that. Yeah. But overall, we have a sustainability strategy that is concerned with all 4 subjects under the sustainability overall theme, we can say. And we also try to make them, or we strive all the time to make them coherent. So we think of sustainability as systematic, with a systematic approach. So it all fits together. And one of the ways that you can see that is our refund. The way that we handle our refund. So in Denmark, we have a very good system in society as a whole. We implement that at Roskilde Festival, but at the same time, we also make sure that you can refund a lot of other things that you don't usually refund other places. You have a plastic bottle, you can turn it in and get money. So when you buy some water in a bottle, it will cost 10 kroners. Yes, 10 kroners. And then you pay 1 extra kroner as a refund, and then you get the 1 kroner back when you return the bottle. And we have that in Denmark as a whole. In Roskilde Festival, we put refund on more subjects. Glass, for example, is not refundable in society as a whole, but here it is. And so if you can buy a refund station, you can see that. So really, that's the environmental part, to save resources and reuse and recycle resources. We have at the festival a lot of refund collectors who come here to make a living, and we welcome them with open arms because they do a magnificent and important job at our festival by collecting refund that's left on the ground. So we have made a refunders lounge where they can come and get coffee, some food, massage of the feet because it's very hard work. They can get some shade, and you can say that's kind of the people part. And of course, there's the economical part of the for the refund collectors, as they making a living, but also we're making sure that it's a system that keeps on going. Yeah, so you can see that's the whole sustainability thoughts of Roskilde Festival in one project. Reusable cups this year, we saved 20 tons of waste by having reusable cups. We have 28,500 people living in sustainable and community camping areas. Last year was 25,000. And then I would recommend that because we have a lot of non-food items, so both our food, which is 90 to 100% organic, more drinks than ever before are organic, but we also try to look at what we call the non-food sales. So we have a green design market that opens on Wednesday, where we have 20 stalls that look into how to sell more sustainable products as well. So that was more. Thank you so much.
tent. But let's go back. It's a very working area at the moment. I remember we have a deadline. It's called 12 because I think at 12 there will be a maximum test of the PA system. I can shout loud, but not that loud. Welcome. And this is our famous orange tent, which have been standing on nearly the same place since '78, where we bought it from a company in England. At that time it had been used 3, maybe 4 times. 3 times by the Stones, and once by the Queen. Not the Queen, Queen. That's a slightly small difference. But the Queen had used it in Hyde Park in the '77 for an audience about 120,000. The biggest audience who ever have been in front of the tent. At that time it was a much smaller version. It is made for the Stones. So it's when you see the logo of the Stones, you have a big mouth. And the top of the orange stage is the top of the mouth. And at that time there was a big phone out of the stage as a catwalk out. And we have which was a small copy of the canopy, which was the PA system's house. It's all gone. It's many years ago. But we still have a tent, and now it's much bigger. We'll in a short minute go on stage. We cannot go on the front because they are working, but we'll go out on stage so you can see how big it is and how it is to come as an artist and see this big tent. Construction. Same.
So they've extended it at the
Yes.
sides and stuff. It's the same basic.
And in many ways, the tent is completely useless for rock and roll. Because, and you'll see when you get up on stage, the light is very low. And when the light engineers want to make good light, they want to have a high at about 8 to 10 meters. So you can, in some words, see the light.
Yeah.
Because if the light is in the back of the artist, you can't see it. So they want high, and it's not possible when you have this kind of construction. So in many ways, it's a very nice tent.
Yeah.
for classical music.
What about the artists?
And
What do they get annoyed with them?
Yes, they do care.
Yeah.
It's a place the artists want to make a show, and that's their way of to the audience.
Yeah.
And in many ways, it feels like a club scene for them because it's yes. So in many ways, they think it's a nice place to be. In many ways, also so it's growing up every time it changes, and hopefully we'll have a new chapter next year. It will be much bigger.
Will it be the same design?
The same design as it seems like right now. But in this organization, we are. This is what we have been using for the last 40 years. I've been here 40 years, so I don't think they will use me as logo. I don't know, but maybe next year when you see it, I'll be smiling. Yes. No.
Are they making a new stage because of the 50th anniversary?
Not that the rule. That's not the plan.
Jeg valgte, fordi han var klar med det samme, så jeg var en position. Wow.
Yo, that's fine.
Ej, hvor er det dejligt. Det er den.
Come here. M.Harwani. Okay.
Should we hear the please
Proceed.
Email, so they can play and make their own light up in the vents in good time. So when they arrive, they have a small USB with their light design. So we are not moving the light, but all the light can move. So they put it in the mixer, and then they are ready. About the sound, it's the same. They know what kind of system we have here, Maya, and in good time they'll get what kind of equipment we have and everything. So when they arrive, they only have the bass, guitar, drums, or whatever they need. And everything is on wheels. So when then they run out of the trucks, they'll be parked here. Up to 10 trucks we can have here. They roll out their equipment, put it up here. When it's their turn in the morning or in the afternoon, they put everything on stage, test it in every way they can. Can it be there? Put small marks on the ground, and when that's done, they roll back. And then, as the last band is the first band who's playing on the day, who's coming in, put their equipment up, and then we are ready. Tomorrow it will be at 6, the first band will play. We have a choir at 6:30, but the first band is at 6, and they are on the stage at that time. And then the other 2 bands for tomorrow, Bardillen, all their equipments are here. So when the first band are done, we roll them out on the right, and in from the left comes the next band. This is a great video screen which we can put aside, so if the band's not using it, it's not on the stage. So it'll be meant to do the changeover in about half an hour. But we have normally about an hour and a half, up to 2 hours.
What about sound check with the artist?
Sound check is a word from the 70s, I think.
Sound check.
We don't use it.
You don't do it?
No. It just works.
Have you ever had a band that refuses to come up?
Yes. Yes. I've been an MC at the arena stage, and I've been going out in front where the band was playing. The PA system for the band was gone, but they couldn't hear it because they have their in-ear. So they were playing, and I was going up in front and saying thank you. The mic wasn't working when I was there, but that's a slightly problem. Yes, and at other stages, same thing. Samuel Berg was playing, and he was playing, and he was playing, and he had a lot of songs. So, but we have the next band waiting. So
Yeah,
it's
generally you've got very strict timing. They've got to be up at a certain time. You can like have one encore and you'll plan that in advance or something like that.
They normally an arena they get about 90 minutes. Here it's more different. When we have a Neil Young, we have a lot of time. When we have Springsteen, we have a lot of time. And some of the other bands are small.
How long's Bob Dylan got?
I don't know. Sorry, I really don't. But normally he plays an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Wasn't it Damon Albarn 2 years ago?
Yeah, nearly the same, but we have to carry him out at the end.
Of years to incorporate art and activism more into the main program. Right here, you're standing in Art Zone, and this is the area where we exhibit a lot of the artists that we have curated. And I am project managing this pavilion you see here. It's called the House of Chroma. Chroma because we work with a lot of colors. The artist is Eli Subrac from Brazil. He's a queer artist from Sao Paulo. And he likes to work with colors, so it's going to be a colorful explosion when it's done in here. You see out there, there's 4 big rocks right now. They are rolled into, so they don't get damaged for rain and stuff. But we will take them down, and then they are attached to motors, so we will do like a dance choreography when we turn it on in the night. We're gonna place a big stage, like a round stage in the middle, and here we're gonna have performances, dances, music, talks, panel debates throughout the 4 days when the inner festival site opens here. Unfortunately, Eli, he is rehearsing with some fellow queer performers from Brazil who also came over, and they're a little bit behind schedule, so that's why he couldn't be here, unfortunately.
But they are doing a talk and a performance tomorrow, Wednesday, on the career resistance movement in Brazil. As you probably know, Brazil elected a president that is making life for minorities in Brazil pretty harsh. So it's extra important at these times that there's been put focus on these issues, and that's what they're going to do through a talk and performance tomorrow. Maybe a little bit more about arts and activism. We have a theme for our activism program this year. It's called Solidarity. The last 3 years we had the theme of equality. The first year was cultural equality, the second year was political equality, and then we had financial equality as the third year. And then we changed the theme to solidarity this year, so we're gonna have solidarity for the next 3 years. And what that means is that the NGO partners that we invite in to curate activism program on, for example, a stage like this or our Flogger stage in Camping East, they have to somehow work with solidarity in the activities they do with our guests here at Roskilde Festival. And as I said in the beginning, activism and art is a bigger part of our program now, and that's also why when we release new names each year for the festival, we not only release the musicians playing at the festival, we release them together with the actual artists from Art Zone here and from also the NGO partners. We have another big stage behind over here is called Amberium. I don't know if you're gonna go check that out. But that's also a similar concept as this, but it's a bigger area. And in there's gonna be raves, there's gonna be performers, dance, there's even gonna be, I think, workshops and yoga in the daytime in there. So we have a little bit of everything for our guests. Yeah.
Can you name top 3 things in terms of art and activism this year that may be new and different?
Well, I would actually say this structure here that I am project managing, because it's a new stage. We had something called Walk the last 3 years, which was placed over there where Amberium is now, and it was a huge success. We had with mixing, different kinds of art forms like music, workshop, installation art, performance. It was a really nice area, and our guests really loved that. So that's why it's very interesting that we have a similar concept but a new form again this year. For our activism part, I would definitely recommend a talk that's going to be in here. It's by Action Aid Denmark, Mellemfolkeligt Samvirke. They're going to talk with Askær-Hune and M.Harwani, 2 young feminists who are very outspoken in the debate about feminism and also the challenges that our youth generation has in these coming years, like climate change and stuff. And we're also going to have the Green Student Movement here to give a talk on climate change. So that's a thing I would definitely recommend for our activism program. And then the last thing I want to recommend is that on Friday 12:30 we are gonna make the biggest human banner ever made in Denmark. We are gathering 1,500 people in front of Orange Stage, and we are writing Solidarity Now with humans. So we line them up, and then we fly a drone over the Orange Stage and take a picture from above. Yeah. So if you're here on Friday, you should definitely join that.
What time?
12:30 on Friday in front of Orange Stage.
With how many people in it?
1,500. Yeah.
Wow.
So we think it's gonna be the biggest human banner ever made in Denmark, at least. Yeah.
What was the title?
Solidarity Now. Yeah. But I mean, I would definitely recommend. I don't know if you're gonna see the graffiti, but that's part of the art program as well. We have a lot of graffiti artists coming every year to paint all our walls, and you'll see out there there's huge walls. And the main graffiti artist this year is Susa. He's a Danish graffiti artist. He's in a wheelchair, so he has a big team helping him to do his big murals. But I mean, the art zone and the graffiti zone is definitely a place for a lot of international graffiti artists to come here and play with the art. We give them the paint and the walls, and then they can just go crazy. So yeah.
Another way of purifier. So don't you say that I'm the one you want. What? If you don't love nobody, will I say Thank you. This next song, it's got a little bounce in it. If you smoke weed, this will be the time. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready? You ready?